Show starts in 5 minutes.
No, that's not big enough. No, that's not big enough either. That's more like it. We're delighted to have you with us, and we extend a cordial welcome to you. We've lined up the top stars from Hollywood and from all over the world to entertain you on our giant screen with the new, colorful motion pictures you've been hearing about and reading about. To add to your enjoyment, we're all wound up to bowl you over at intermission time with live wire service at our snack bar, where you'll find a tempting variety of favorite foods and beverages. Your continued patronage is very, very welcome.
Hey, fellas, don't fight over that hot dog. There's plenty for everyone. Big, plump, and juicy, wrapped in an oven-fresh bun. Add mustard, relish, ketchup, and go to work. Yes, the hot dogs at our refreshment center are the best you'll find anywhere. Everybody agrees on that.
It's 4 minutes till showtime.
Yum, yum. It's time for a tasty and refreshing snack. We promise to satisfy your hunger, your thirst, your sweet tooth. So visit our refreshment center now. Let's go! Show starts in 3 minutes.
Your attention, please. All new hotshot electric in-car heaters have been installed for your comfort and convenience. Just insert heater through car window and turn on the switch. When leaving, please turn switch off and replace on speaker post. Warning, high voltage. For your own safety, do not attempt to repair or remove wires. Do not attempt to open heater unit. If you need assistance, please notify the theater box office or concession manager.
It's 2 minutes till showtime.
Popcorn, candy, ooh, hot dog, popsicle. Oh boy, banana orange.
Show starts in 1 minute.
There are words men live by, words of strength, of wisdom, and of peace. We urge you to find the spiritual comfort and guidance we all so greatly need by attending your place of worship regularly.
Here's a new taste treat. The corn dog. Plump, juicy wieners are dipped in a thick, golden Southern-style corn batter that seals in all their freshness and flavor. If you like hot dogs, you'll love corn dogs. Everybody does. Try a corn dog with your favorite beverage. At the refreshment corner now. Corn dogs.
Broadcasting live from beautiful Union City, New Jersey. This is your Movie Quiz Season 9 finale for Wednesday, December 7th, 2022. Here we go. Hello and welcome to the Movie Quiz. I am your host, Chris Van Nelson. Tonight is the finale of Season 9. Tonight is where a new champion will be crowned. It's our 8th game of the season. So the way it works, if you've never played in one of our finales, sorry, I had a weird little splinter or something. One of our finales before, the top 3 teams over the first 7 episodes so far, which are Helsinki Syndrome. They finished in first for the season by just like 2.5 points over Marley's Chains and Avis and Bobo. Those are your 3 teams that will be vying for gold, silver, and bronze. Everybody else, though, will be going for the gold and McClunky. So the highest scoring team tonight, who's not one of those teams, no matter whether you finish ahead or behind one of those teams, if you're the highest of the not top 3, the Golden McClunky is yours. All right. So there's something for everybody to play with. It's going play for, excuse me. I don't know if there's something for everybody to play with. But this is a completely free game to play. If you have not played before, it's completely interactive. Just head to this website down here, play. I cannot get the mirroring correctly. Play.themoviequiz.com. Go and put in your team name, hit join the game, and you will do just that. You will play in tonight's game. And joining me to hang out and talk about all the subjects tonight, we're going to be mashing up the previous 7 subjects of season 9. Welcome back to the show. One of my favorite guests. He's a wonderful little man. It's you're not little, but
I'm a little man.
he's very tiny. He's
Son of a bitch.
Mike is life size. This is how big he actually is. How big you're seeing him right now.
Yeah.
So Mike, I'm
only a head and a torso.
Mike's only real. Mike is only real when something is broadcasting. Mike is a season 2 champion with Team Chris. Mike is a returning champion to this game. So hopefully you'll have some insights for some of the new blood who's playing for gold tonight, Mike.
Yeah, I'll try to dish out some tips.
Yeah, dish those tips, Mike. You dish the tips. All right, so we just a reminder, we will be doing this. These were the 7 rounds. Oh, why is that just me? Oh, that's so strange. I don't like that. These were the 7 subjects that I've cross-pollinated tonight that we've covered so far this season: long-running franchises, space, movie music, Monster Madness, mystery rounds, Steven Spielberg, and trilogies. So there's going to be cross-pollination all across these rounds tonight. So look out for those. I'll let you know which ones are which. Let's put this game into in-game mode here. We're gonna start our final in-game mode of
Whoa!
Whoa! Look at that! It is.
Whoa.
Yes, it is in-game mode. IGM, hashtag IGM. And as I like to do, let's make this screen a big mess and give you some rules here now, too, as we go into in-game mode. No cheating. It's big. I put it in all caps and put 3 exclamation points. That's because I'm that emphatic about it. Don't cheat. Don't look anything up. 2, don't put answers in the chat. Join the game. Mike, can you do something to make the screen even more chaotic, please? Just give me like
so much stimulus.
I have to appeal. I have to appeal to the Twitch streaming crowd.
That's right.
Number 3, you can change your answer before time runs out. And number 4, most importantly, don't forget to hit submit. If if you don't hit submit, your answer will not get to me. You'll know that you've successfully submitted it because a little bit of black text will show up after you've selected a multiple choice or typed out your short answer. It's mostly short answer tonight. Here, let's calm this down a little bit. Here. No, wait. I'll just leave it up for the whole. Just leave it up for the whole game.
Yeah, leave it up for the whole game so people know it's still in game mode.
It's never not in game mode. All right,
you have to have one that says we're taking a break.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Everybody relax.
Take a breather, everybody. All right, so our first mashup here tonight, I mashed up long-running series and our monsters game. It's our long-running monsters is round number 1. It's all about horror franchises with 7+ films. Horror franchises with 7 or more films. All right, here we go with question number 1. It's a multiple choice. Which Friends actor's first feature film credit is Leprechaun, a movie that spawned 7 follow-ups? 7 more Leprechaun movies. Was it Courtney Cox?
Why'd
Matt
they stop there?
I don't know. I should say all of these are as of 2022 because I have no idea where they might take the Leprechaun franchise after this. All right, I've got, I think, let's see how many teams. 14 out of 14 teams. Excellent. And most teams got this right. You knew that it is Jennifer Aniston. Here she is, ready to blast a fucking hole in the Leprechaun, I guess. I haven't seen this movie in a very long time. Mike, you are not a horror movie guy generally, right?
No, I mean, I know some stuff, but not a huge horror guy.
Are you?
I mean, I love horror. I love certain horror movies, like
certain horror movies.
I love The Thing.
Yeah, The Thing is great. Do you like more atmospheric stuff or?
Yeah. I mean, I love the tense stuff. Like, but I mean, I do love all the practical shit in The Thing. And
the practical stuff in the Thing is great. All right, question number 2. The demon Asmodeus, calling itself Toby, is the main antagonist in what 7-film series that started in 2009? Again, that's 7 as of now. I think there's another one coming out in 2023. This one is short answer. Type in your answer and send it my way. Is there ever been a horror movie that scared you, Mike? Like spooked you, stuck with you?
I
mean, I just remember. A child.
Yeah, I was going to say, as a kid, like Jaws, I couldn't. When I first saw Jaws,
I
couldn't sleep after that or go to the beach.
I couldn't. It wasn't a movie, but I could not deal with Twin Peaks when I was a kid. I was little when it first came on, and I saw some of it, and I still can't. I still can't really do it because it's like I get that visceral. I go back in time. All right, so the answer to this one, Toby, is the demon in Paranormal Activity. Paranormal Activity. He calls himself Toby, I guess, to ingratiate himself with kids like Captain Howdy in The Exorcist. All right, here comes question number 3. Which of these movies is not one of the numerous spin-offs in the 8 films so far Conjuring universe? So 3 of these are spin-offs of The Conjuring. 1 is not. Pick the one that's not. You got The Nun, Insidious, Curse of La Llorona, or Annabelle. Lots of spin-offs for The Conjuring.
Yeah, successful.
I invited Andrew to come on. He's busy tonight, but we would have definitely heard about how Ed and Lorraine Warren, the subjects of The Conjuring, are from his hometown.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, right. I talked about The Conjuring once when he and Travis were on, and it became a whole thing.
Oh yeah, he knows a lot about The Conjuring.
Well, he said they told me that like the Warrens used to like bring their stupid artifacts to their school, like
like
things like
assembly, like haunted, their
haunted assembly,
chairs
yeah,
and
spooky assembly.
yeah.
So your answer here is Insidious. Insidious is not in the Conjuring universe. It's its own thing. It has some of the same people involved, I think, maybe a couple of the same people involved, but they're separate. All right, question number 4. After an initial run of 7 movies and a belated 8th, the Saw franchise was resurrected again in 2021 with a story idea by what comedian actor who starred in the film? So who was that comedian / actor who actually had the basic idea for a 9th Saw movie?
Was this one good?
It was not good. No, it was not good. No, these movies have not been good for a very, very, very long time. That doesn't stop them from trying, bless their hearts.
No.
Sorry, I'm all phlegmy.
I mean, remember when that first one came out?
That one was awesome.
Everyone lost their minds.
I love the first Saw movie is
it's sick.
It's genuinely good. It's a genuinely good movie. Oh, Ryan wants more Dr. Christmas. I will oblige if you want to see him up close. I could have him. I could have him host the rest of the game. Rest of the game if you want.
Who's this guy?
That's my tree topper. That's me and Alex's tree topper that we made. Yeah, everybody. Thank you, Avis and Bobo. Yeah, Avis. I told the story last week when Alex and I moved in together 10 years ago. Our first Christmas, we didn't have like any ornaments because our families had them. So we made our own non-denominational Christmas thing. All right. So the answer here is Chris Rock. Chris Rock actually had the idea. Look at the look on his face. Even he doesn't know why he made a Saw movie. He looks confused on the poster, confused about his own involvement in it. I was actually kind of excited when I heard that because I was like, oh, that's that could be cool. Like,
yeah, same.
Coming at it from a different angle.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it was not. It was just the same.
But it was bad? Okay.
9 times. All right, question number 5. Proving that you have to take based on a true story with a grain of salt. 4-movie villain Norman Bates and 9-movie villain Leatherface were both inspired by what Wisconsin serial killer? 2 very different killers who both had multiple horror movies. Both drew their core inspiration in parts from what real-life Wisconsin serial killer? Yeah, I guess I just kind of slapped Chris Rock a little bit. Also, just catching up on some of the chat. Jada's got eyes on that Golden McClunky, gunning for that McClunky. We'll see. I'm excited to see who's going to get that one. All right, this one. There's been a couple of serial killers out of Wisconsin, but this one you got to think about the timeline. You got to go a little further back for Ed Gein. Ed Gein was parts of Ed Gein's story was like he lived with his dead mother. I think that's like the Norman Bates part, but he also like keep people's body parts, which is the Leatherface part. So like,
is that the guy in Mindhunter? Is he in Mindhunter?
Gein? I haven't seen Mindhunter. I think like, I mean, it makes sense. I think it's a period piece, right? Mindhunter, isn't it? Like
it's like it has like real serial killers in it. It's like yeah,
that would make sense if he was.
Oh, maybe not.
All right,
maybe he just
Maybe they just talked about him. Counting remakes, there have been 13 Halloween movies, but only 12 that feature Michael Myers. Which number installment? So you just give me a number of the one somewhere between 1 and 13. Which number installment did not feature The Shape, which is another name for Michael Myers? So just type a number. Your answer will be a number. Which one did not feature Michael Myers?
Ed Kemper. Yeah, that must be what I'm thinking of.
Oh, did somebody? Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I don't know Ed Kemper. Is he cool?
Sure.
Is he like was he a cool guy?
Yeah, he was
Cool.
actually really cool. I mean, yeah, he like killed a bunch of people, but really cool guy.
But he had like, oh my god, he had such good taste. Like
Yeah, that is the guy who I'm thinking of, the big guy. Yeah, Ed Kemper was his name.
Now, as somebody points out, interestingly enough, your answer here, famously, John Carpenter didn't want to do any more Halloween movies after 2, so he was like, I'll do another one, but we'll turn it into like an anthology movie. And someone points out that he does appear on the screen because in Halloween 3, there's a commercial for Halloween on TV. I think because they're like trying to make it clear that this is not in the same, like, don't expect Michael Myers to show up. He's a movie in this movie as well. All right, we got 2 more questions left in our first round. Most Stephen King adaptations are one and done, but this 1984 Nebraska set movie spawned 8 sequels and 2 remakes. Absolute shitload of movies in this this overall series. Mike, are you keeping any kind of mental tally of how you? I know you're not playing along on the board, but
oh no,
just along for the ride. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm just I feel like if I'm too good now. It's not a challenge for me anymore.
Yeah, you don't want to. Yeah, you are a former champ.
Yeah.
Just playing it cool like Ed Kemper.
Like
all right.
Cool Ed Kemper.
I'm gonna read about Ed Kemper later and regret all of these jokes. All right, so your answer here. Hopefully, Nebraska set gave you a little hint there. It's Children of the Corn. They have made just an obscene number of Children of the Corn.
Really?
Movies. Yeah, they've made all these Children of the Corn movies. It's crazy. All right. Question number 8. Mike, you're going to like this one. All told, there are 22 Amityville horror movies, which have strayed pretty far from the allegedly true story of a haunted house in what New York county? Is that in Richmond County, Westchester County, Suffolk County, or Kings County? Pick that New York County and hit submit.
I know.
Michael knows it. And if you know Michael, that's a hint. A little hint for you.
Because I'm a ghost.
Yeah, Mike is actually the like pig thing that was in the upstairs window. All right, so this one, Michael is Mike, is this York County or no? Are you? Because you're like, I'm
right on the border.
Right, because it's next to I guess Massapequa Park is next to Amityville. I was looking at it on a map. Amityville is on Long Island, and so hopefully you know your New York counties. Richmond is Staten Island, Kings is Brooklyn, Westchester is up above the city, Suffolk County is where Amityville is. It's a real place, but not a real story. It's horseshit. All right. Unless you know, Mike, you're from Long Island. If you know differently about what scared Josh Brolin, there's Brolin.
Damn it, so much shit on the screen.
There's more. There will never not be stuff on the screen. All right, let's take a look at your scores and standings here. After one round, we've got all out of Stallone with 1. The producers and the British are quizzing with 2 apiece. The Ringwoodians and Beers for Fears with 3. We Own the City and Pot Stickers with 4. How Am I Going to Be an Optimist? Avis and Bobo, Sterling Cooper, and Hat McCullough all with 5. Helsinki Syndrome in 3rd with 6. Let's Go with 7. And Marley's Chains starting it off with a perfect 8. And I should say also all these scores, it's a blank slate for tonight. So whoever finishes of those 3 teams, whoever finishes on top, they'll take it. no matter where you finish. It's just that the regular season gets you into contention in this final game. All right, so let's keep chugging along into our second round. It's our picture round. Plenty more time to catch up. I know that monsters, hopefully we're going to stick with monsters here, but I think it'll be a little easier for you. Maybe horror is not your thing. For this next round, our picture round, we're going to be mashing up Spielberg and monsters. So I'm going to show you creatures from movies directed or produced by Steven Spielberg. So these won't all necessarily be from movies he made, but he made, from behind a desk and behind a cell phone or a rotary phone, based on the age of some of these. Also checking on the chat, Helsinki is driven by the house. Mike, have you ever driven by the house? Did you ever go by the?
Oh yeah. Yeah, when I was like much younger, but I remember it just being like a house.
Yeah, it's
it just like looks like every other house.
There's nothing happening in this house. All right, so you are going to see these your pictures here and down below embedded in your question. And you're going to be naming the monster. All right, so here we go. Here is your first one. Who is this monster from a Spielberg produced movie? Spielberg produced this movie. What is the name of this character? Man, talk about shit that scared you as a kid. Good Lord.
Yeah, I was going to say this was a big one when I was a kid.
This is pure nightmare fuel. It's still nightmare fuel.
Yeah.
Imagine driving by the Amityville house and this guy's in there. But he's just like watering his lawn. He's just doing.
Leave me alone.
All right, let's take a look. Oh, this one proved harder than I thought. This was going to be an easier one. Mike, you wanna say it? I know this is one of your favorite movies.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it.
Judge Doom.
Judge Doom, played by Chris. Only 20%. Honestly, I'm surprised. I thought that I put this one first because I thought it was on the easier side. That's okay. Not a judgment. Everybody has seen different films. All right, here comes our next one. This one I do expect a larger percentage on. Something's beeping in my house. I'm sorry. It's the smoke alarm, but I'm not leaving.
This is more important.
This is way more. It's the finale, for God's sake.
This is the finale.
So let's go.
You go down.
How can someone win the championship if I just flee the house? Captain goes down with their ship. Here's an answer. For those of you wondering what the actual beeping is, it's the timer to check on the screaming baby who needs to figure out how to let herself sleep. Yeah, my daughter is not feeling great. That's why there was some of my stuff was late to get posted today. Oh, Avis and Bobo were late. My heart goes out to you. It's brutal. Yeah, she's not feeling great. Let me just regrade a couple of these. Yeah, you had to give me his name. He has an actual name, and that name is Mike. You want to say this one too? Because you know this one.
I don't know if I know his name. Do I?
Oh, it's Edgar. Edgar the Bug.
Oh, yeah.
Edgar the Bug is the name. All right. 53%. Creeping up. All right. This one, we're going a little outside. We're going outside of the realm of what's
Jesus.
Diegetic. What name was this Spielberg monster given on set? So this is not a name that appears in the film, but famously, this creature had a name on set. Mike, I'm sorry, you're not gonna.
My nightmares, Chris.
Sleep.
I just told you this.
Well, I can't. Once the train leaves the station, Mike, I can't do anything about it. Oh, hang on. There we go. Meant to hit this. Yeah, his name is Jeremy Jaws.
Yeah. his on his SAG card. Jeremy Jaws.
Chomping counts as lines for getting your SAG card. All right, a bunch of people got this one. Pretty most teams, because there's 12 out of teams got them. You know that it's named, Spielberg named it after his lawyer at the time. I don't know if that's apocryphal or if it's true, if that's an Ed Gein situation. But Bruce was his lawyer. Bruce is the name of the shark. And that's right. The shark in Finding Nemo was named after this Bruce. All right. Question number 4. Who is this monster from a Spielberg produced movie? Be specific, not the species. Species will not get you the point. This little bastard has a name. It has a name.
This little bastard.
Look at him.
He does look like a little bastard.
Yeah, I mean, he is. He's honestly a great villain. This is making me realize it's time I need to do a Gremlins watch for Christmas time.
Rewatch. Yeah.
I don't think I said Gremlins, but I don't think everybody knows that this is a gremlin. I don't think you'd be playing a game called a movie quiz if you couldn't recognize a gremlin. All right, his name, this little bastard here. It's not Gizmo. Gizmo's the nice one, and he never turns into a gremlin. That would be a good plot for 3. That Gizmo turns into a gremlin. They got to figure out. I don't know how long Mogwai lived. I mean, that's like 40 years ago. His name is Stripe. He's got the little the mohawk here. That's it. His name is Stripe. All right, tough. That was tough. Harder round than I thought. My apologies. I don't know.
What are you doing to us here, huh?
I'm brutalizing everybody. I'm like Stripe. I'm a little bastard. All right, here is the next one. Who is this friendly Spielberg monster? We're turning the tables here, gang. We're talking about a nice monster, a monster nonetheless. There can be nice monsters like Cookie Monster or Elmo. Elmo's not that
Elmo's
nice.
an asshole.
Yeah, he's a fucking ass. Offset. Little
tyrant. I've heard the stories.
I think we've got a social brewing here. That's good.
Too easy.
I want that for you guys after the toughness of that last one. Those last couple. And yeah, I'm going a little harder. We're going a little harder for the finale. It's the final game, so gotta put the there's teams playing for all the marbles here, so got to make it a little tougher at times.
All the McClunkies.
You got to get those McClunkies. I got to make you earn that McClunky. So everybody who submitted got this right. It's the BFG, the big friendly giant.
All right, big fucking guy.
Big fucking guy. That was
a big fucking guy, huh?
Original title, and they were like, I'm not sure. He's like, no, you print it. You write that.
This is
all right. What species is this monster from a Spielberg produced movie? It's not the child in the foreground. It's the giant monster in the back.
I didn't see that back there.
It's oh fuck. What kid is that? He's one of those kids that was in every movie like 7 years ago. Oh yeah, he was in Iron Man 3. Yeah. Oh yeah, he was in like a ton of shit. But he's not the kid from Room. Whatever that kid's in a bunch of stuff. This guy.
You're keeping us on track here. You're
Meredith.
I think this is the guy from this thing.
Jenna Ortega was in Iron Man 3? Was she? Because it's funny. I only like, it feels like she's like come out of nowhere, but with like X and Wednesday. But I guess she's been in stuff for a ton of stuff for a long time, a ton of stuff for a long time. All right, let me just regrade this, make sure that everybody got their points. Yeah, this one is from the first Jurassic World, the fourth. It's movie overall. It's the Indominus Rex. The Indominus Rex is the name of this hybrid monster, genuinely a monster, not just a dinosaur, a genetic abomination. All right. Who is this monster from a Spielberg produced movie? You can be vague with this one. It has a specific answer, but you'll never, it's unless you've seen this movie 1,000 times, like I have for some reason, because I have a 5-year-old who loves horror shit. He loves scary stuff, and he loves this movie. But give me, if you're gonna go generic, at least give me 2 words. Give me 2 words. Like it's the name of the movie.
I was gonna say big fucking guy again.
Yeah, it's big.
but that's 3. That's 3 words.
Well, fucking guy is hyphenated.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's a compound word. Whoa, someone, oh man, I gotta props to whoever actually pulled out the name. Hang on, I gotta see who. Helsinki actually got her name is Constance. It's the movie is Monster House. I accept Monster House for it. Her name is Constance Nebercracker. She is ensconced in the foundation of the house. And yeah, she was like Mike, you're nodding knowingly. Have you seen this movie?
Yeah. It's what Steve Buscemi, right?
Steve Buscemi is the guy. He's the husband.
The husband. Yeah.
And yeah, they were like circus, or she was a circus performer, and he like people would taunt her, and then they built a house, and then she fell in the foundation. It's a pretty weird movie. It's the no bonus points, unfortunately. But my respect. I don't know if you have also have a child that makes you watch this movie 5 times every October. And last but not least in this round, what are these vehicles? I'm looking for the vehicle, like the apparatus. What are they called? They're from a Spielberg directed movie. I remember what's that, Mike?
Puberty. It says there was a lot of puberty in that film too. I don't remember.
Oh yeah, there is a lot of puberty in this movie. Like, yeah, because they like the guys like the 2 boys like the girl who's the main one of the main characters. All right. It's honestly, Monster House is like the least offensive of the mocaps of that era, that like Polar Express, the Zemeckis era. It's not a Zemeckis movie. I don't think. He did 3 mocaps. He did Beowulf, Polar, and Christmas Carol. He did 2 Christmas ones.
Oh yeah.
I don't know who did Monster House, but it's they look actually kind of like cartoon characters and not like freaky fucking like like digital.
Yeah, like Jim Carrey.
Helsinki has Mike is an animator as well. Mike did the animation sequence for that you see every week on this show. That's Mike's handiwork. All right, so these things are called tripods. Pretty straightforward. You might, even if you didn't know, you might be able to reason it out just by looking at them. They are tripods. All right, before we check out our scores and standings, let's do the lightning round. Let's head to our lightning round. Lightning round is a quick way to pick up, in this case tonight, 5 points, because this lightning round is where I'm going to do a mystery. We're going to do a mystery round for the lightning round. So I'm going to show you a picture that has 4 movies in it, and you're going to name the movies in order. and then I'm going to ask you a question about it, and it's going to intersect with another one of our previous themes from earlier this season. But I won't tell you what, because that will tip my hand as to what the mystery theme is. All right, so if you look at these pictures here, let me pull this up on the live stream as well. For questions number 1 through 4, name the movie. And then for number 5, name what do the characters have in common? What ties all these characters together? What is the theme? And for number 1, forget about Sandra Bullock there. Just put your thumb over there. I'm looking for Stallone. So for number 1 through 4, name the movie. And then for number 5, what do these characters have in common? These characters create a theme all together. So try to figure that out. And I'll give you a couple seconds to think about this. Type your 5 answers, hit submit, and you'll have 30 seconds on the clock starting shortly.
Thank you, Meredith. I'm glad you like the intro.
Oh, let me put that up. Yeah, it's great, Mike. It makes the show way more professional than it actually is.
It's no in-game mode, but
no, if you want to see, if anyone's looking for an animator, and
I don't know how to do this. This is
Mike can't do this. Look at this.
Beyond my skills.
You can't do this, Mike.
No, this
you gotta give back that. You gotta give back that SVA. Now I can't get rid of it. You gotta get rid of that SVA degree, Mike. All right, hang on. Time is up. Let me just regrade some of these. All right. Looking so far so good. Just going through some of these. And all right, let's do it. Let's open this up. This first one, I might have thrown people off here. A lot of people thought that this Stallone movie was Judge Dredd, but it's not. Same era. It's Demolition Man, and his name is John Spartan. The second movie is Paul, and that's Paul. Then you got It's a Wonderful Life with George Bailey, and Pulp Fiction. Samuel L. Jackson calls him Ringo. So you got John, Paul, George, and Ringo, Beatle name. So it's a music mystery. It's sort of a half music, half mystery round. All right, let's get rid of these guys over here and take a look at our scores and standings here at roughly the halfway point in the game. We got them all out of Stallone, and the British are quizzing with 5, Ringwoodians and producers with 7, Pot Stickers with 10, Avis and Bobo with 12. We've got We Own This City, How Am I Going to Be an Optimist, and Helsinki Syndrome with 13. We got Let's Go, Beers for Fears, and Hat McCullough with 14. Sterling Cooper with 15. And Marley's Chains holding strong with 21. They've got 21 points. Yes, hello, Dr. Christmas is he's still right there. All right, so Mike, how you feeling after? You feeling good? I know you're not actively playing. But...
Yeah, no, I'm feeling great. I got nothing to lose here, you know?
Oh my God. All right, so that brings us to our puzzle round. And so for tonight's puzzle round, I'm going to be doing something a little different, something that I haven't done since the very beginning of TMQ. I'm going to be doing an audio puzzle round. So this round is called Backwards John Williams. So I'm going to, the reason I haven't done an audio puzzle round or any kind of audio round is because I don't want to get a DMCA strike because I don't want to have the video taken down or interrupted because you can't play music on Twitch or YouTube. But hopefully, I think playing something backwards will get around it, and it turns it into sort of a puzzle that you have to work out. So I'm going to play this song backwards, and you just name either the movie that it's from or the franchise, because it might be something that was used in multiple across multiple movies. All right, here comes your first one in backwards John Williams. I'll play them a couple times through each.
So weird.
It's really weird, right?
Yeah.
And then it just ends. I'll play it again. Really, some of them get weirder, and some of them. All right, before I go on, okay, yeah, we're getting mixed reviews here for this this backwards David Lynchian audio round that I've concocted here. This one, what I noticed in doing this is that John Williams tends to go like note back to the first note a lot, because you'll hear, like, because in reverse there'll be certain passages that are exactly the same. So this one, including in this one, da da da, it's Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park is your answer. 80% of teams got that one right. All right, this next one is, as I call this one, I think everyone should do fine on this one, because I call this one an audio palindrome. It almost sounds exactly the same backward as forward. You know if you can hear it.
How does this, like, it's hard to change this one.
Yeah, it's like, it's exactly the same. I swear to God, that is in reverse.
Yeah. But if he used it this way, good God, I would.
Yeah, I know. Mike would never sleep. Mike would never sleep again.
No.
As one team so correctly wrote, Jaws or Swage. Backwards it would be Swage. Swage. In Swage, the shark spits out a whole bunch of people, and they just go to the beach and have fun.
Let's go. What the hell? Oh,
ugh, yuck. All right, here comes your next one.
Weird how some of the notes are like.
I know, some of them are like.
Yeah, they're the same.
All right, gonna let that one. We'll play it again as the timer ticks down. Play. All right, I had a feeling this might trip some people up, because they're actually pretty similar. A lot, if not most people put Star Wars, but if you listen, same era, but it's not Star Wars. It is Superman. That's the Superman theme. They sound really similar. But if you listen, there were a couple of there were a couple of giveaways that it was actually the Superman theme. All right, the tricky one. That was probably the biggest curveball here. All right, here comes number 4. I'll do that one. That one was short. So I'll give you another one. Yeah, hell yeah. Oh my God. That one might be the most insane of the backwards ones.
Yeah.
Mike, would you listen? Would you drive around in your the convertible that I know you own? And would you drive around in your convertible listening to these backwards songs?
Yeah, I would drive backwards so they play correctly.
You have to.
I would only drive
Everyone would be like,
backwards.
"What is that sound?" And then they see you go by backwards, and it was, "Oh, that makes that." I get it now. I see.
Oh,
I see what
Superman.
that's what
It's
that guy's
Superman.
deal is. It's Raiders of the Lost Ark, Indiana Jones, any of that. It got you the point. 93. I'm calling that a social because everybody who submitted got that right. All right. A good rebound from the Superman Star Wars mess of question 3. All right, here comes your next one. This one makes me insane.
I mean, this is like when you hit your head on the pavement. This is what you hear. Like,
Right. This is the sound of madness. This is just like you're gonna make everyone insane. You're gonna make you listen to this again.
yeah. And then when people go, "Are you okay? Are you okay?"
Smelling salts coming at you.
Yeah. You hit your head. Are you okay?
Jesus Christ. Thank God that's over. All right. So that one, that twinkly insane music, that is Harry Potter backwards. That is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, any number of them. He uses it throughout the whole series. So you didn't have to specify if you didn't want to. All right. We got 3 more of these crazy things left. Here comes your next one. I'll do it one more time and then hit the timer. All right. I think we're cruising to another social here, or at least close. Because even backwards, you get at the end, which is the beginning, you get the bam 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 bam. Oh, now I'm gonna DMCA myself by singing it forwards. It's Empire Strikes Back, Star Wars, because they use it in Jedi and like everything else that came after. But it did debut. It's called the Imperial March. So if you put Empire or just Star Wars or the Imperial, you showed me you knew what it was. You got the point. All right, 2 more of these left. Hang on. What was that?
The beginning of like a Pink Floyd song.
All right. I'll play it again. Let's see. And then I'll start the timer. Hey, play it again. It's completely crazy. Hang on one sec. Where is... Hang on. All right. I have to give me 1 second. I had to re-upload the last one in this. All right. So that one, I thought maybe some people might think that the backwards Harry Potter was Home Alone because they're so similar. If you watch Home Alone, he definitely went to the bag of tricks for both of those movies. But this one is Home Alone. That's the one. It's got rare vocalization in a John Williams piece. All right, and here is your
It is a good Christmas song.
It is, yeah.
There it is.
You got it now?
I think so.
Yeah. Also, I should have said this up top. This is because this is a mash mostly of Spielberg and music, because most of these are Spielberg movies. All right. Take this one more time so you can listen to it as the timer runs down. I think most people have their answers in.
It is crazy how John Williams, like, it all sounds the same, but it sounds different at the same time.
I know, it's nuts. Because, like, there's so many things where it's like, man, he really kind of, you can see the overlap, like Superman versus Star Wars. But, yeah, each one, I could definitely tell you what, I guess that's what makes, I don't know, that's what, like, having, like, a distinct voice is. Opens up an interesting question of, like, is he just repeating himself, or is that just, does he have a style, or is just repeating yourself and tweaking it enough? Is that what having your own style is?
He's the AC/DC of film scores.
It's true. Every AC/DC song is the same and different simultaneously. It's like the Schrodinger's music. All right, so that was E.T. Most teams got that one right. Nicely done. All right, let's take a look at your scores and standings here after the puzzle round / music round. I hope you enjoyed that. I thought I had a lot of fun putting that together, and I thought it was kind of an interesting way to go about it. All right, I'm all out of Stallone is sitting there with 10. British are quizzing with 11. Ringwoodians with 12. Producers with 13. Pot stickers with 16. We own this city. How am I going to be an optimist? Avis and Bobo with 19. Let's go Helsinki, Beers for Fears, and Hat McCullough with 21. Sterling Cooper just ahead of all those teams with 22, and still with a commanding lead. But we're going into the double points round here. With a commanding lead, though, going into that round is Marley's Chains with 29. Will they repeat this season? Will they take back-to-back titles? They might. Thank you. And I like this. I very much like this comment from Hat McCullough to Tequila. Thank you so much for enjoying that. All right, so let's head into your here. Let me get my solo. Hi, Mike. How are you? Welcome back.
Hi.
It was just my face.
I almost fell asleep. I was in complete darkness there.
Again, unless Mike is actively on a screen, he does not exist.
All right,
so our last crossover round for our double round is Trilogies in Space. It's going to be all about trilogies that either are completely in space, went to space at some point, and I'm going to ask you questions that have pairs that have to do with these trilogies in space. All right, so here we go. You don't have to get two to get a point. You get a point for either one that you know. If you just know one, and they can be in either order for this round. All right, so here we go with Trilogies in Space. Question number 1. What are the names of the 2 Michael Fassbender-led prequels to the original Alien trilogy? We talked quite a bit about the Alien trilogy last week on the Trilogies show, keeping it going with the Alien trilogy and the prequels. What are just the names of those 2 movies?
Chris, what do you think about the new Indiana Jones trailer?
I am cautiously optimistic about it. I don't know. It looks fun, but I also, okay. I was talking about this last week because we talked about, I talked.
Oh, did you talk about
Spielberg and Trilogies? I've talked a lot about Indiana Jones, but that was actually before, both shows were before the Dial of Destiny trailer dropped. But I don't hate Crystal Skull. I think it's like incredibly disappointing. It could have been really good, but it's just a mess. But I remember being psyched by the trailer for that, and then ultimately let down, to whatever degree I was let down. But I don't know. I think it could be good. I like the fact that James Mangold is behind it.
That's a plus. Some of the CG looks kind of bad. The shot of him like on the horse.
Horse is like, I get it. The movie's not coming out for 6 more months, so a lot of these shots are unfinished. But it's like, just don't put that one in the trailer.
Yeah, use something else.
Yeah, like the de-aging looked pretty good, though. I have to say, from what they showed, the de-aging looked solid. All right, these 2 movies, you probably I was expecting a big percentage for these: Prometheus and Covenant. Alien Covenant. If you put just the subtitle, that's fine. 80% and 67%. Nice job. All right. Squabbling Pals, C-3PO and R2-D2 are the only characters who appear in all 3 Star Wars trilogies, episodes 1 through 9. But what 2 droids got added to the Robo Buddy Squad in the sequel trilogy? A little hint. One of these robots was in all 3 of the sequel trilogy. One they just kind of tacked on. He shows up in the last movie. But what are the names of those 2 robots? I'd say one is easy, one is hard. For this one.
Whoa, we drank at the same time.
Whoa, did we? Oh my God.
Yeah, did you catch that? Synced up.
Shit. That's pretty awesome. Much respect to the team whose answer was I never saw the 3rd one. It's really not worth seeing. This robot is fine, but I guess they thought they could just keep adding robots instead of a coherent plot. BB-8, of course, is the iconic edition, and D-O. He's hang on. Oh wait, I have a picture of D-O somewhere. Here he is. There's D-O. There's D-O. They added D-O. They could have, but they, if they were gonna start adding just a bunch of characters, they could have brought Yaddle back. They
was waiting for that.
Yeah.
Come on.
They could have just brought...
Christ, I can't believe that.
There she is. Drink her in.
It's worse every time I see it. It's like I didn't remember it being that bad. Oh my God.
The hair. I think it's the hair.
The legs.
I think it's the hair.
Legs.
The hair and the cross legs. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I wish it was good too.
All right, here we go. Question number 3. What 2 actors have been in 3 or more Star Wars movies and 3 MCU movies where they each have gone to space at least once in the MCU? I think they've only each gone to space in one movie in the MCU. But I'm looking for 2 people here. They've been in 3 Star Wars movies, 3 or more, and 3 or more MCU movies. Definitely 3 or more MCU movies. It should have said for that one. Excuse me. Looking for 2 actors. I think there's one that might apply So I will now. I'd have to do the math, but realizing it now that there might be a third person who would pull
Two
out.
actors that have been in both.
The two actors who have been in both, right? At least 3 movies in each series, and they went to space at least once. All right, so a couple of guesses of Oscar Isaac, because he's technically part of the MCU because but he's on a TV show. He has not been in movies. I'm looking at the prequel trilogy here for Natalie Portman and Samuel L. Jackson. They were both in all 3 prequels, and they've each been in. Nick Fury went to space at the end of Captain Marvel, and Jane Foster was in space in the last Thor movie, and she's played her at least 3 times. Also, Lupita, I don't think she's been to space in the MCU, but Lupita Nyong'o, I believe, has now been in 3 Star Wars movies and 3 MCU movies too. But nobody put Lupita for this, but I would have taken that, even though she hasn't been to space. All right, question number 4. In addition to playing Dom Toretto in numerous films, Vin Diesel has also played which 2 space-dwelling characters 3 or more times each? Could be 3 times, could be more than 3 times, but at least 3 times. He's a double trilogist. He's a triple trilogist because of Fast and Furious. Well, what are the names of the characters that he's played? Love Yaddle. I'll never get tired of Yaddle.
Love Yaddle.
And yeah, catching up on the chat. Yeah, J.J. Abrams was the voice of D.O. Yeah, Ronnie James D.O. All right. Okay. A lot of teams got both of these. One of them, of course, is Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy, who's played in 2 and then upcoming 3rd movie plus Avengers movies. But he's also played Riddick 3 times in Pitch Black, Chronicles of Riddick, and Riddick was the 3rd one. All right. 80% for Groot, 67% for Riddick. Pretty good. Pretty good. All right. Question number 5. What 2 actors have played the evil alien symbiote Venom in the original Spider-Man trilogy and also a pair of Sony Universe films and a post-credit sequence and something else? What 2 actors have played the evil alien symbiote Venom in the original Spider-Man trilogy and also a pair of Sony Universe films? Mike, which did you think was the most upsetting backwards song?
The most upsetting?
Like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely that. Yeah, definitely the Harry Potter one. Sounds like when you like come out of the water too quick or something.
Yeah, this is the sound of a night terror. This is just like Shadow Man in the corner. All right. So this one, yeah, most teams got this right. It's a kind of a sort of a breather one for you. It's Topher Grace and Tom Hardy. Don't think too hard about that one. Hopefully you got both. All right, 3 more questions in our double points round. Over the course of the original Men in Black trilogy, we learned that Agent J and Agent K are not randomly assigned letters, but actually abbreviations for what 2 names? So we actually do get their names somewhere in the trilogy, scattered across the trilogy. J stands for something, K stands for something. What are those somethings? Do you know this one, Mike? Because I feel like you've seen this.
Yeah,
this is one of your movies, right?
I mean, not really.
No,
I've definitely seen. Catherine's brother likes him a lot, so we've watched them. But I've definitely haven't really retained a lot of the specifics. I mean, I enjoy them.
A little bit of a deep cut, but a good chunk of teams are getting both here. We got 10 and 10 excuse me, 10 and 10 for each. Agent J is short for James Darrell Edwards, and K is Kevin. We find out that Agent K's name is Kevin in the second one after he's been neuralized and he's working in the post office. All right.
J was going to stand for Jeremy Jaws. Jeremy Jaws.
Jeremy Spud.
There it is.
All right. The monster in the first Cloverfield was a sea-dwelling kaiju, but the second film had aliens, and the third was set in space. Name those films. Just give me the names of the second two Cloverfield movies.
I don't remember. I remember seeing the third one.
Well, the third one is the one that dropped like they surprised everybody with it after the Super Bowl, or like at halftime at the Super Bowl. They were just like on Netflix. They were just like, there's a new Cloverfield movie and it's out now. And everyone was like, whoa, awesome. And then you watched it and it blew. It was very bad. So the other one, the one that was good, was 10 Cloverfield Lane. And the one that was bad is the Cloverfield Paradox. Cloverfield Paradox was the one that was set in space, and like Chris O'Dowd was in it. And
yeah.
And it had the makings of something. It seemed exciting. It kept like the Cloverfield like mystery of just like dropping a movie on you. But then it was like, oh, okay, I see why they didn't market this. It's not, it's not good. All right. And I refuse to stop asking you Star Trek questions this season. What two alien races see their planets destroyed in the 2009 Star Trek reboot, kicking off the alternate history Kelvin timeline trilogy? So the reboot, it's sort of a trilogy in the larger overall, scope of the series. What two races get their planets get destroyed in the first 2009 movie?
A lot of Star Trek questions.
Yeah, I ended up asking a lot. I had a whole Star Trek category in the long running franchises, and then I kept it going for other ones. It just seemed to it fit for a few. It's hard to come up with questions every week, so I got to rely on what I know, and I know Trek. All right, so the whole thing, all the time travel mess gets kicked off with the destruction of Romulus. And then as retribution, because they blame Mr. Spock, they destroy Vulcan. They destroy the Vulcan planet. So Vulcans and Romulans is your answer, are your answers for this last question. Let's take a look at your scores and standings as we head into our post-credits blitz here. Final blitz of the season. Up from the bottom, we got Stallone with 17. British are quizzing with 20. Producers with 21. Ringwoodians with 22. Pot stickers 27. Let's go with 29. We own the city with 30. How am I going to be an optimist? Apes and Bobo and Hat McCullough tied with 32 apiece. Sterling Cooper with 33. Beers for Fears with 34. Helsinki Syndrome taking second place after that round with 36. But Marley's Chains holding on strong with 44. So that brings us to our, I think there's 51 points tonight. So they cannot get the elusive perfect game. It still has not happened. But it's they're kicking ass here in the finale. All right. So that brings us to our post credits blitz. I think you're all regulars. I think you all know how this works, but just in case, I'm going to ask you 3 questions. Each question has 2 correct answers, but I'm going to also put up a decoy answer. Each correct answer is worth 1 point, but if you pick the decoy answer, the incorrect answer, you are going to wipe out to 0. So if you know 1 for sure, don't want to risk it, click that 1, hit submit, be on your merry way with that 1 point, but you could also roll the dice if you feel like gambling. All right, so this is going to harken back to previous rounds tonight and maybe some intersections here. Let's see what we got. All right, which two of these top 5 all-time franchises at the box office, top 5 franchises in terms of box office or properties, because some of them aren't exactly franchises. Hopefully, I'll talk you through this because the phrasing might be a little confusing. Have the fewest theatrically released entries. So these are all series that have at least 7 movies. So we're talking about movies with Spider-Man in the title. So they might be they're lumped together on box office charts as Spider-Man as one of the top 5 properties. There's also movies set in the Wizarding World and movies set in the Star Wars universe. So which two have the fewest? They're all in the top 5 highest grossing properties or franchises. But which two have the fewest entries? Movies with Spider-Man in the title, movies set in the Wizarding World, or movies in the Star Wars universe. And we're talking about theatrically released entries. All right, here we go. Hopefully that wasn't confusing. That was the last question I wrote today. Hopefully it makes enough sense that you understand. Hopefully I phrased it right. I think so, because the most confusing part is what most people are getting right, which is one of them, movies with Spider-Man in the title. So not movies that Spider-Man appears in, like Avengers Endgame or Captain America Civil War, but like 3 Spider-Man movies with Tobey Maguire, 3 with Tom Holland, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Those add up to 8. The Wizarding World adds up to 11, and Star Wars, don't forget about there was the animated Clone Wars one. There's 12 theatrically released Star Wars movies and 11 movies set in the Wizarding World. So the two fewest, the ones that did it with fewer movies, are Spider-Man and Wizarding World. Star Wars has 1 more. There's still less. There's 3 Tobys, 3 Tom Hollands, 2 Andrew Garfields, solo, not counting the crossovers, and 1. There's 9. There's 9 counting Into the Spider-Verse. All right. Yes, and it was theatrically released. It did come out in theaters in the Clone Wars movie in 2008. All right, question number 2. Sometimes when a horror franchise runs too long, there's nowhere to go but off the planet, like Leprechaun 4 in space. Which two of these unkillable franchises also had a movie set in space? Friday the 13th, Hellraiser, or Nightmare on Elm Street? All right. This one didn't fool too many people. You know, you might remember Jason X, and you hopefully also remember that there was you might not remember, but maybe we were able to reason out that there was a Hellraiser movie in space, Hellraiser Bloodline, where Pinhead is in space for some reason. Few people picked Nightmare on Elm Street, but no, that stayed Earthbound in the dream realm, but Earthbound nonetheless. All right, here we go.
At a certain point, every character's got to go to space.
They got to get to space. I don't know why Freddy is. He's just hanging out on Earth like a chump. All right, and your last question of the season. This is your last question of the regular season here, or of the whole season. As of 2022, John Williams has worked on 30 out of 33 Steven Spielberg movies, 29 times as a composer, and once as music supervisor. The only films they did not collaborate on were The Color Purple and which 2 21st century films. So looking for the 2 besides Color Purple that they did not work on. And your options are Ready Player One, Bridge of Spies, and West Side Story. Which one is he not on?
Oh, shit. Got to sync up.
Oh yeah, hang on, wait, Mike. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, you drank too long.
Oh, I went too long? Oh, I gotta hydrate, Mike. I gotta hydrate. All right, so this one was tricky. So hopefully your clue here was that was that one music supervisor. He was a composer on 29. He was a music supervisor on one of them. What might he not have composed, but he would have been a music supervisor on? The movie where all the music was already written. He did work in some I don't know what the fuck he did on West Side Story, where he was just like, yeah, that sounds right. That sounds like the music that exists.
He cleaned the violins.
He just walked around giving thumbs up to different. Yeah, good. He was supervising it, but he did not work on Ready Player One or Bridge of Spies. That one was tricky. I was trying to tip it for you with the music supervisor one, that it was like, why is he not a composer on this movie, but he did something on it? But it was tricky. It's the last question of the season. I had to make it a little tough. All right, let's see if we have any ties to break here. Do we? We do not have any ties to break. You know what? Does anybody, if you want, here, I'll ask you the tiebreaker for fun here. I'll just ask you this just for fun, because I wrote it, and let's see how anybody does. Hang on, is it here? I didn't put it. Look in the chat here, or in the embed here. In this teaser image for Game 1 of the season, I featured 5 long-running franchises. What is the combined total of theatrically released movies in those series as of December 2022? Prequels, spin-offs, and reboots count. Casino Royale, the original from 1967, and Never Say Never Again don't. So just for fun, if you want to try your hand at that would have been the tiebreaker had we gone for it. This one's just for fun now, because there are no ties to break. Unless we're going for the Golden McClunky here. Let's see. No, everything is straightforward. All right, we got our final standings for this finale is Stallone with 18, producers with 21, British are quizzing with 22, Ringwoodians with 24, Pot Stickers with 29, Let's Go and We Own This City with 32, How Am I Going to Be an Optimist and Hat McCullough with 34, Avis and Bobo, your bronze winners for season 9. It was their first time competing in medal contention, and they're taking bronze home. With 35 points, Avis and Bobo are your bronze winners for this season. Beers for Fears in 4th place. In 3rd place tonight, your Golden McClunky. I think back-to-back Golden McClunkies for them. Sterling Cooper, Roland Deli Betts take home the Golden McClunky. Helsinki Syndrome is taking silver, and a commanding performance in the final game to take their back-to-back champions here. They had always gotten on the precipice. They got a lot of silvers, finally won gold last season, and now they're doing it back to back. Marley's Chains are your champs. Helsinki takes silver, and Avis and Bobo take bronze. So congrats to all those teams. Yeah, Marley's out for blood. They want to put a stamp on their last one. All right. So, Mike, thank you so much for playing here with everybody tonight.
You're welcome. I didn't play, but
whatever you did. What did you do? You got scared of Jaws, is what?
Yeah, I got scared of Jaws. You scrambled my fucking brain with backwards Harry Potter.
All right,
I'm gonna have fucking nightmares because of this, Chris.
I know. I see your bed back there. I can just see you thrash.
I'm not going in there.
That's where Jaws
All these lights are staying on.
Jaws is going to be back there singing backwards Harry Potter.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a Jeremy Jaws in there somewhere.
There's a Jeremy Jaws is under the sheets. Well, thank you, Mike, and thank you to everybody who played this season. This was a really fun season. It's great to hang out with everybody here at this is our second season at 9 o'clock, I think, right? But it was a lot of fun as always. Thank you so much. It means the world to me for all the teams that come and hang out. Oh yeah, sorry, what was the tiebreaker answer? No, I'm not going to tell you that. It's let's see, only 5 teams submitted. It all adds up to 66. 66. Who would have been who was closest with that? I don't see who why can't I see your answers? All right, anyway, it was 66. It's 25 Bond movies, 7 Muppet movies, 13 Star Trek movies, 10 Fast and Furious, and 11 Wizarding World. All right. All right. So excellent. Yeah, Jada wants the McClunky, but already Sterling Cooper had 2 points. They were 2 points up. All right. So congrats to Avis and Bobo and Helsinki Syndrome and our champions back-to-back, Marley's Chains, and also back-to-back Golden McClunky winners, Sterling Cooper. Thank you all. Have a great couple of weeks. I'll post some info about the holiday show. I'll do a holiday show on Wednesday, the 21st, in 2 weeks. It'll just be for fun, exhibition game. And then season 10 might mix up the format, might be trying something new sometime in the new year. We'll talk about that at the holiday show. So have a great couple of weeks. Enjoy your holiday parties and festivities. I'll see you back here for trivia in 2 weeks. McClunky.